Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick video on a quiver that we are making now. It's a very simple quiver, very simple idea. It's not my idea. They've been around for a while, known as flip-flop quivers, sandal quivers. I think Canterbury's calling them poor man quiver or common man quiver, something like that. Basically, it is a quiver cut out of pieces of EVA foam rubber, which is the stuff they use on flip-flops pretty much. You can make one out of flip-flops. There's a couple videos on YouTube how to do it. I know this idea has been around for probably about 10 years at least, if not more. I tried it. I haven't been happy with the bow quivers I have. I just don't like the extra weight. I don't like the extra bulk. They stick out, some of them. They rattle, some of them. Just hadn't found a good thing to use. And back quivers don't work for me. Hip quivers don't work for me. Just for hunting and stump shooting, I couldn't find a good solution. And the flip flop or sandal bow quiver worked perfectly for me. I shoot bare bow recurve. I like my bows light. I like them quiet. My bows happen to be usually pretty short, and just I like compact stuff. I go through the brush a lot, and the less to get hung up, the better. I started cutting them out myself. It works. They're serviceable for sure. You end up using zip ties, or there's a little bit of movement to them, and they never really come out very refined. So was never 100% happy with it. So I started designing. Basically, what I tried to make the perfect flip-flop quiver. We're calling it a bare bow quiver, by the way, because it's the closest thing to a bare bow you can get while still using a bow quiver. Anywho, these quivers are designed to hold the arrows as close as possible to the bow. They're designed to accept the widest range of recurve limbs out there that I know of. I have quite a few, and they work on all mine. The only caveat to that is my son's little Pearson Bronco. It's a 48-inch recurve, tiny little thing. The lower limb is very narrow, and we did have to use a zip tie to shorten the slot on the quiver. It still worked fine, but it moved a little on him, and that was the only thing. The secret I found to using these is these guys here. These are custom cut. I had to get them custom made. Little heavy duty, basically retaining bands, rubber bands. They're very strong, they're very small, and they're very thick. And that idea came from Quickie Quiver. I use Quickie Quivers as well, or I used to. They're basically, in my opinion, the next best thing to this. They use these to hold their shaft holders in place as well, and they work great. And they work just as well for this as well. Basically, they're just custom-made, glorified rubber bands for all intents and purposes. They're just the right size to grip onto the limbs. So these are the quivers right here. You can see that. I custom cut them out. As you can see, the slot has circular holes at the end of it that keeps it from tearing. The shaft size is small. That will conform to pretty much any arrow shaft that I've come across. We use everything in my family from 800 spine carbons up to 300 spine carbons. I have a 70-pound wood arrow, 70-pound spine wood arrow, that I put on here just to see if it worked, and it did fine. The trick is you put the quiver on your bow, put the arrows on it, string it all up, and let it sit for a day or two. What that'll do is that basically custom molds the holes and the slots to your bow and to your shafts, and they work great. This entire quiver, which basically consists of 2 pieces of EVA foam rubber holders and 2 rubber bands, comes in at under 3/4 of an ounce. So it really weighs nothing. I can't feel the difference on my bow with just the quiver on. Obviously, if your arrows have 300 grain heads on them, you're going to feel that. But this is, I believe, the lightest quiver you can get. I can't imagine anything lighter than this. So let me show you how to put it on. I'm going to put it on my K-Mag. So you start with an unstring bow. You slide one of these holders in, push it up against the fade out, good as it'll go. And then you just slide the rubber band on, or retaining band, as you can call it, right up against it, like that. And you do the same thing on the other side. Now, what I find myself doing is I put them on when I need them, and then I take them off when I don't. When I target shoot, I use a pocket quiver, which works great for me. And when I go stump shooting or hunting, I use these. So, let's string this up. There we go. And there it is. The Bow Quiver. Doesn't weigh nothing. It's very compact. It's indestructible. It's waterproof. It's very, very quiet. I actually think it quiets down my bows a little more because it is sound absorbing, and there's nothing solid on your bow. There's nothing clamped to your bow. It's just nothing to mar the finish of your bow. Just a great, really simple idea that it baffles me that nobody's decided to make these for the people that don't want to make them themselves, really. I don't understand why. It's just a wonderful idea. Let's see here. So, this bow here has had them on for quite a while. This is David Howlett, high speed. So that's a 52-inch bow, it's a 58-inch bow. That's basically how far they are away from your hand, your thumb, when you're shooting. Really close. I carry my bow like this, usually when I'm hiking through the woods, and there's just enough room there for my fingers, just enough to do it how you want. Arrows come in and out really easy and quietly. No issues there. Obviously no vibration issues, no noise. And that's about it. As you can see, like on this bow, you'll notice that obviously the angle of the limb's a little bit of an angle, so the holders have a little bit of an angle. Doesn't affect anything. The foam just conforms to the shafts the way they are. As long as the angle isn't completely extreme, like if you put it down here further, it's got to be up against the fade outs in the non-working part of the limb, and it doesn't affect anything. It's perfect. That's that. Again, if you were going to use it with broadheads, I'd suggest, really, really heavily recommend broadhead covers, which you can buy made out of leather. You can make them yourself out of foam, plastic tubing. There's a lot of different ways to make them. What I usually do is going in the car, getting to the field, I have my two broadheads, I have them covered. When I get to the field, I take off one of the arrows, put the broadhead cover in my pocket, the other one's got a cover on it. And that's worked great, for me anyway. Now, what you will be getting is this heavy-duty Ziploc bag, just the right size to hold these two, and 2 rubber bands. This will come in the mail. We're going to be selling these for $10 a pop, $9.99, shipped to your door, ready to go. And it'll come with a little instruction, paper, and a little, again, the warning saying, please use common sense, and if you're going to be hiking through the woods or anywhere really with broadheads, please cover them with something safe. It's not a good idea to use have exposed broadheads on your bow. That's not the intent of this product. It's for stump shooting with blunts. If field tips make you nervous, cover those up too. I have no problem walking around the woods with field tips on a bow, but everybody's different. And use common sense. Be safe. And that, I believe, is about it. One of the main reasons that we're doing this is me and my wife are hoping to start an outdoors ministry for kids, and we're hoping that this will help us get some some funds basically to purchase bow making materials and shafts and stuff that we can start gifting to kids that can't get them themselves. Anyway, but that is basically it. If you have any questions on the Bear Bow Quiver that we're making, please feel free to comment or ask. And I believe that's it. Have a great day.